Hello, my name's Steve and I sell stuff on eBay as a hobby, and in this video I want to show you my payout for the 23rd of January 2023. But first of all, let's have a look at what's sold. It's Tuesday the 16th of January and my first sale of the week is 3 books by Jane Austen in Collins edition from I think the 1950s, 1960s in a sort of hesitate to call them hardback because they're quite soft covers, but they're not your traditional paperback either. The paper is fairly thin, fine sort of paper. Um, they're they're not illustrated, but it does have that frontispiece there. So the actual titles that we've got here are Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, and Sense and Sensibility. 3 books that have been in the family for quite some time, but I am clearing my shelves out. Wanted to get these off, so I listed them for £25, including postage and packing. Got an offer of £23, which I've accepted, and once that's paid for, I'll be able to post them out. It's Monday, the 22nd of January. I'm back from my weekend away, and having put my account back up, I have already made a couple of sales. Now, unfortunately, the first one I've had to cancel on the request of the buyer. He had sent me a message about his address, and then he sent another message asking to cancel it. So I've cancelled that. He's been refunded. Unfortunately, that has meant no sale on that item. But I have sold another item, which is this collection of animal figurines by a Scottish artist called Peter Fagin. Now, I think they are Peter Fagin. Some of them I've not been able to confirm that they are. This one I know for definite is a Peter Fagin figure. It's got a label on the bottom. So that's a little dog. This squirrel, I have confirmed online that that is Peter Fagin. I think the same with this cat. Unfortunately, a tiny bit of damage on this cat. The ear there has a little chip off it. And there's this little hedgehog, and again, I have been able to verify that that's Peter Fagin. There are just a little bit of the label left on it there. Now, this one I'm a little bit dubious about. It may or may not be Peter Fagin. It looks very similar to some of his stuff, although it's more of a teddy bear than an actual bear, if you see what I mean. So maybe not quite his thing, but it is very similar. Have described it in the description as looking like, but I'm not sure what it is really, and I'm not an expert on these things anyway. I had them listed for £14. I've accepted an offer of £10, basically because I want shot of them now. I've had them listed for a very long time, but I got these along with a large number of very similar figures. I've sold them all, made my money back on that purchase a very long time ago. I think I spent £2 altogether and certainly made a lot more than that back, even in just this one purchase really. So that's 5 little animal figurines. There's a hedgehog, a teddy bear, a cat, a squirrel, and a dog for £10 all in. The buyer has already paid for it, so that's great, and I'll be able to post these out tomorrow. It's Tuesday, the 23rd of January, and eBay sent me my payout this morning. But before we look at that, let's look at my final sale of the week, which is this bundle of 7 books by Norman Spinrad, a fairly well-known science fiction writer, big in the 1960s with a new wave of science fiction. Wrote quite a few controversial books, such as this, for example, Bug Jack Barron, and another controversial book, The Iron Dream, which is written as Adolf Hitler's science fiction novel. Yeah, very strange stuff. And then more obscure stuff like The Solarians here, with a typical sort of pulp science fiction cover there. We've got The Void Captain's Tale, The Men in the Jungle, A Star-Spangled Future, and finally one more is this one, and that's Song from the Stars. So that's 7 books by Norman Spinrad. Had these listed for £20 all in. I got an offer yesterday at £15. Didn't want to take £15 because I'd only listed these last week, and I thought I could get full price for it really. But I did counter offer with 19, which was accepted. The buyer had a few difficulties in paying, which took a little while to sort out. So, want a fantastic restart to my eBay selling, really. But a good price for it, I think. So, £19 for 7 paperbacks, which I'll be able to post out this morning. eBay sent £48.21 to my bank account on the 23rd of January. It actually getting there on the 24th. And that £48.21 is after eBay have taken their fees. And also a cancelled order there and a refund for the buyer, which evens out. After postage, I'm left with £39.24. Everything's gone via Royal Mail as a small parcel at £2.99. So that's 3 items sold, £39.24 after eBay fees and postage costs. So I almost sold 4 items this week, but if somebody wants to cancel, there's not much you can do about it. Hardly worth arguing the toss, really. Not sure what would happen if I'd already posted the item. That could get a little bit sticky, but I'm not sure whether in those circumstances maybe eBay refunds you and the buyer. I really don't know. If you know, leave a comment below. And I hope you found the rest of the video interesting. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and I hope to see you next week. Bye for now.